YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka the producer. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit the notification bell every time I post up new content. So today is the so-called day, December 21st, right? It's either where all of the planets are supposed to like be in a straight line, right? Or the main focus is actually like really on the two planets, Jupiter and Saturn, or Satan, Santa Claus, if you will, right? But if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, people, and I know everybody that actually really follows stuff like this, like my man Zachary K. Hubbard on his channel. Matter of fact, I think he talked about it last night or what have you, right? And then they do they buy the numbers, which for the most part I really don't have no problem with that, right? I have a lot of respect for Zachary K. Hubbard and what he does. And for those of y'all that actually really follow the guy, hell, I'll watch his videos too from time to time, right? And I'm not trying to downplay him. It's not what the fuck I do to a fellow YouTuber unless your name just happens to be Nuka Zeus. Then I got a problem with your motherfucking ass, right? Because like I said, what you're trying to actually really trying to capture, you can never be what the fuck I am, right? No matter how many injections that you actually really put in your body. But in another case, I titled this show the way that I titled it, right? Because, again, depending on who the fuck you talk to, right? A lot of motherfuckers actually really tell you that the earth is flat. A lot of people would tell you that, hey, look, it ain't no 9 planets in the solar system, which for the most part, you're actually really right. It's not 9, it's 12. If you actually really stop and think about it for a minute. And motherfuck what NASA said when they actually really downplayed Pluto a while back, and others like, okay, how the fuck you gonna downplay something for the most part that you or y'all as the individual didn't create? You bastards ain't even went to the moon yet. So how the fuck you actually really gonna declassify something that is like millions upon millions of miles away? But for the most part, okay, I know I got it. I'm getting off the subject. Now, the only reason why I'm actually really saying this, the only reason why I'm actually doing this show is for one reason and for one reason only. So let's just say that all of the planets are lined up. All of them are lined up in a straight line, right? Now, here's some questions that you might want to ask yourself. So they all line up in a straight line. A straight line leading to where? Right? And what I'm about to tell y'all, right? This is something that for the most part that Zachary K. Hubbard or anybody else for that matter, they are not going to tell you. They may know it, but they're not going to tell you, right? You have to really go and pay attention to what Romans 1:19-20 says. It says that the invisible things of the world are clearly seen by those things that are actually really made visible. So when you actually so let's just say for shits and giggles that today or tonight or whenever everything is supposed to be lined up, right? And see, that's another thing too, right? Because it could be nighttime here, it could be daytime across that water, depending on where the fuck you at. So for the most part, right, yeah, it could be December 21st here. But once you actually really carry your ass across this so-called prime meridian, it's a whole different day. In which right to this day, I really don't understand how they got that. And especially for you flat earth motherfuckers out there, y'all kill me. Because the thing about it though is this. Y'all motherfuckers want to holler about the earth is flat. But goddamn it, you come from the earth. And your motherfucking ass ain't flat. So explain that one to me. Right to this day, I've tried to call out every motherfucking flat earther possible. And right to this day, ain't nobody actually really got back with me on that one. So flat earthers, I'm still waiting for you, ignorant ass bastards. So, but the thing about it though is this. You look at the S-U-N, that brings life and light to the world. And then you look at the S-O-N. He did the exact same thing. He brought life and light to the world. So let's just really break this down for a minute. So you had the 12 tribes of Israel. Then you had Yashua and his 12 disciples. You got 12 months in the calendar year. You got 12 hours in a day. Do I actually really need to go any further as far as like the number 12 goes? All right. So here's the deal. It's not 9 planets. Matter of fact, it never was 9 planets. Right? It's always been 12. It's just for the simple fact that maybe some 20 about 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. My dad and I was actually like really, because of the class that we go to, or that we belong to, right? And I just told y'all, Yashua and the 12 disciples. Then you got the 12 tribes of Israel, right? But we've always been taught there was 9 planets in the solar system, right? But if you actually really look at it from that viewpoint, you already knew that these motherfuckers were short 3. And so for the most part, because I actually remember watching it, I actually really remember watching it right to this day with my dad. And they, when NASA, so-called NASA, actually really came out and said, oh, we found 3 new planets outside the solar system. I was like, no, those was just there. Y'all just now coming up with them. So it's always been 12 people. If you actually really think I'm bullshitting, just go back and look at a lot of the stuff that was actually really put down back in the day, it was either in the mid to late 90s. I really can't remember right now. But they actually really found 3 other planets outside of Pluto. They really went too far out from Pluto, which actually really made it that much more interesting, if you will. Right? So for the most part, right? Let's look at this whole Jupiter and Saturn type deal. Right? Now, if you actually really pay attention to these 2 particular planets, they're both similar, right? And for the most part, they're damn near identical. Because here's the deal. When you are the Most High, right? People tend to look up to you. And no, this has actually really nothing to do with religion whatsoever. Because religion, by definition or by etymology, just means that you do something on a continuous basis every day. So for the most part, waking up can be a religion. Washing your face, brushing your teeth, washing your ass, for the most part, that could be classified as a motherfucking religion. A lot of you bastards don't know what the fuck religion is. Because if you truly did, God damn it, you wouldn't be motherfucking hollering about, oh, I'm a religious person. No, you're a dumbass. Okay? So let's just get that shit straight. Let's just get that shit straight. Quick, fast, and motherfucking hurry. All right? So, just like I said, the whole deal with Jupiter and Saturn, or Satan, Santa Claus. This is December 21st, the so-called day before the Messiah was born. And I told y'all this plenty of times, right? I told y'all this plenty of times. December 25th ain't never been the goddamn day. Because Yashua was born under the Hebrew calendar that starts April 1st, which is my goddamn birthday. That's why they call it April Fool's Day. Because they got y'all so motherfucking in tune that January 1st, which is named after a Roman god, Janus, and that motherfucker is two-faced. I told y'all this. I've been telling y'all this. I've been telling y'all this. But a lot of y'all got up y'all goddamn Christmas tree. But a lot of y'all claim that y'all know Jesus. Because motherfuckers right now, when their birthday? December 25th. No, the fuck it ain't. So I know what y'all, okay, so now y'all probably, okay, Apollos. What the fuck they got to do with motherfucking Jupiter and Saturn? Well, I already told you. These two planets, two of the biggest in the solar system, right? Regardless of what the fuck these other raggedy motherfuckers would tell you. That sit up there and talk about, like, oh, ain't no solar system. Okay. So, and see, here's the deal. Here's the deal when a lying ass bastard gonna sit up there and holler about ain't no solar system. So I tell you what. So somebody that's got a big ass light somewhere, and they cut the son bitch off, right? And it causes the grass to grow and all that kind of shit. If you actually really knew what the fuck it actually really meant to be solar, right? You can have one goddamn planet, and guess what? It's still a goddamn solar system. Because out of all of the 12, it's only one that can actually really produce life. And that is the planet where we're at today. This is where we're at. This is the only planet that can produce life. And I know a lot of you motherfuckers that NASA and all those parts or whatever, and then they sit up here and say, oh, well, guess what? We found life. Well, no, they didn't say we found life. They said, well, we found water on Mars. So I'm going to show y'all something right fast. Again, this is the class that I go to, that I attend to, right? And then we gonna talk about Mars here, right? According to the pattern. But see, a lot of you motherfuckers actually really want to be like, well, hey, think outside of the box. Well, don't you know that the box is a pattern? And anything, and how we teach it, anything outside of the pattern, it don't motherfucking exist. So yeah, go ahead and keep thinking outside of the box that you motherfucking want to. That's what was wrong with a lot of you motherfuckers right today. You're too busy worried about what the fuck. You're too busy listening to what motherfuckers say. When motherfuckers say, hey, think outside, what's good? What's good? You're too busy worried about thinking like, really? You thinking about thinking outside of the box. Stop listen. The next time motherfucker tell you think outside of the box, choke the shit out of their motherfucking ass. Like, seriously. Right? But I'm gonna tell y'all why they found water on Mars. Because then, like I say, if you actually really stop and think about this, the way that the pattern goes, right? Mars, right? The Roman god of war, right? And for the most part, I'm just go ahead and read it right fast. This is coming from the Institute of Divine Medical Physical Research, the pattern according to the universe or the solar system, for that matter, right? So it says Mars, the Roman god of war at an early period identified with the Greek Ares, right? Which that's what the fuck I am. And then if you actually really stop and look at my name, I'm motherfucker. Boy, talk about get the goddamn look at the draw, right? My name is Apollos. I was born April 1st, 1973. My birth sign is a goddamn Aries. So, of course, yes, Mars is actually really going to be my planet, right? Aries actually really being the god of war. Aries and Apollo were brothers. And it's just for the simple fact, if you actually read it, and then if that don't get you, as far as like Greek mythology goes, I could actually really get your ass on the biblical side of it. Because Apollos is in the Bible. So I got your motherfucking ass in two different ways. But enough of that though. But it is said, the Greek Ares, a deity of similar attributes like Jupiter. Damn, okay. He was his designated father. So guess what? So Ares being my brother, right? I mean, granted the fact that my name is Apollos and not Apollo, right? But it's just for the simple fact, y'all have to really see where the fuck I'm going with this, right? I got the name, I got the sign, goddamn it, I got everything for the most part, right? Was regarded in particular as the father of the Roman people. Ares, the Greek god of war, was the son of Zeus, Jupiter. Okay? See, I'm trying to tell you, motherfuckers, y'all won't listen, right? The son of Jupiter and Hera, which is the mother, Juno, he is represented as a terrible bad as a chief. He is represented as a terrible, well, in battle. I'm probably saying that wrong, right? The chief seats of the worship Ares were in the, well, I can't pronounce the last two words. Sorry, y'all. I'm from Arkansas, so they didn't teach us a whole bunch of shit. But in other case, people, here it is. You got Jupiter and you got Saturn or Satan, Santa Claus. Ho, 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 motherfucker, Merry Christmas. Right? So basically, what I'm trying to tell y'all is this. If this, but see, this is what the fuck they want y'all to believe. NASA then went out there and told y'all some shit and be like, oh, on this day, on this particular time, all of the planets gonna line up. Line up where and do what? Right? Again, y'all too busy looking at motherfucking December 25th as the goddamn day. And I done told y'all plenty of times that December 25th is not the goddamn day. I just told you that Yashua was born under the Hebrew calendar, which starts in April. That's why they call April Fool's Day. A lot of y'all out here with your motherfucker. Put like this. I want y'all to actually really stop and think about something for a minute. Right? When Jesus was born, when so-called Jesus was born, right? They didn't have no goddamn Christmas lights, so what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all, for the most part, y'all, put like this. If indeed the doggone, put this, let's just say if December 25th was really the actual day, which it ain't. It never was. Because if you really stop and think about it, when so-called Jesus was born, what were the goddamn sheep herders doing? They was out there tending to their sheep. You don't know. I mean, great fact, here in Texas is 70 plus degrees right now. Now, I don't know if a lot of that is because of motherfucking HARP, where these motherfuckers actually really control the weather. But then again, it can't be HARP because them motherfuckers, they got that shit shut down because they want everybody to get sick. So you could go run and take a bullshit virus to make you more fucked up than what the fuck you already are, right? So this actually really could be like some natural shit that's going on right now. Like seriously. And it's just for the simple fact that once again, out of everybody, you motherfuckers, not only that y'all don't know how to count, you don't know how to motherfucking place the actual calendar dates, because Deca means 12. No, Deca means 10. Deca means 10. Deca 10. But December is the 12th month, the last month. So how that shit work? October meaning October or octopus meaning 8. But you got motherfucking October as the 10th month, September being the 9th month, Septo meaning 7. You see how this shit go, right? So not only that these motherfuckers can't count, they can't count, they can't read, they can't do none of that shit. But this is who the fuck y'all want to follow. This is who the fuck y'all want to follow though. And I dare anybody motherfucker sit up here and holler about, oh, you all fucked up because you drinking. No, you bastards are more fucked up than I am right now. So, like I said, people, in other case, you got Jupiter, Saturn. And if you actually really stop and pay attention to the big red cloud on doggone Jupiter. And just know this, people. Saturn has that exact same, Saturn has the exact same spot. But the difference between Jupiter and Saturn, that you can see it clearly on Jupiter. Saturn, on the other hand, you really got to look at it, right? So, great the fact, this is like a very old example of it. But if you actually really stop and pay attention to it, that's Jupiter. And that right there is the red spot, right? Now, you turn around And then, like I say, I dare for somebody to actually really try to motherfucking challenge me on what the fuck I'm talking about, right? And then you got Saturn, and then, oh yeah, before there, right? You see that right there? And I was like, well, you can't really see it, but the thing about it though is this. Jupiter has 63 moons. 63 moons. So if you actually really stop and think about, okay, well, what, and all this stuff actually really lines up. All this stuff actually really lines up. So Jupiter has 63 moons. Jupiter actually really being the main one out of the 12, right? So 63 moons. 63 moons represent 63 generations from Adam to doggone Yashua. 63 generations. That's where you get your 63 moons from. And then if you actually really stop to look at the nervous system, right? It's 31 pairs of nerves that make up the nervous system in the human body. And if you actually really think I'm bullshitting, go Google that shit. Prove me wrong if you can. I already know you can't because I just did it. So, but the thing about it is this. So 31 times, so look at it like this. 31 times 2 is what? Come on, you motherfuckers. I mean, the great fact, I already know that, you know, stuff like this, I kind of hate using other shit because as much as I actually really talk against education and math for that problem, for that most part, where that the plus sign really ain't the plus sign, and then for the most part, the X for the most part, it can actually really, depending on who the fuck you talk to, right? It can actually really be multiplication, or it can actually really be the unknown. So for the most part, you almost like straddling the thread. You almost, as far as like the letter X goes, as far as like mathematical terms go, you almost, in a way, almost to it. You are straddling the fence when it actually really comes to the letter X. And for the most part, you're actually really straddling the fence when it actually really comes to the plus side. Because you actually really stop to think about it. Is it really a plus sign or is it a motherfucking lowercase t? Right? It's really up for discussion. Is it like the minus sign? Is it a motherfucking minus sign or is it a motherfucking dash that you use to separate a 7-digit phone number? Again, because you might get some motherfucker out there that might say, well, 7335 minus 245 is what? So again, it's all about how you look at it. But then how you look at it, you really want to actually really be careful on how you look at it. As far as like, okay, well, how, and then, and when I know what a lot of y'all gonna be like, okay, well, how do I actually really need to look at it, Thomas Harris? Well, goddamn it, I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you that you actually really need to look at it the same way that I look at it, because the way that I look at it may be totally and completely wrong. All what the hell I'm here to do is like, look, I'm like what my main Dane Calloway said. Look, I'm just put like this. I'm just gonna put it out there for you and say, hey, how about you look at this? How about you look at that? How about you look at the other? And then you make up your own mind on how this shit's supposed to go, right? But what's gonna happen with a lot of y'all gonna look at it, and be like, oh, this too goddamn simple for me, so I'm gonna run off from it. So here's the deal, people. Jupiter, the planet Jupiter Zeus, Yashua, whatever you want, however you actually really want to look at it, is the father of all of the planets. If you look at it from that aspect, and then you look at Saturn or Satan, right? Just like say, Satan look just like Jupiter or Lucifer, right? According to the legend, Lucifer was the most beautiful angel up there. And if you look at all of the planets, right? What's the most beautiful planet out there? Saturn or Satan, because it's the sixth planet in rotation. It travels at a speed of 6 miles per minute, and the inner close ring is 6,000 miles away from the planet. 666 all goddamn day long, people. So that's why I actually really titled this show the way that I titled it. Jupiter, Yashua, Saturn, Satan, Santa Claus, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Because of what the fuck that actually really got y'all thinking. But like I said, all you so-called Christian motherfuckers out there want to say, oh, December 25th is when he was born. No, the fuck ain't. If you know Jesus so goddamn well, tell me who the fuck his uncle was. Tell me who the fuck his uncle was. Matter of fact, tell me who his grandfather was. Tell me who his auntie was. Y'all can't tell me that, can you? I guess what? But guess what? Older Paul's hair can, right? But I'm gonna tell you, Jesus didn't have none of that because the bastard didn't exist. Now, Yashua, on the other hand, for the most part, I can tell you who his uncle was, because it was his uncle that actually really caused him to get killed in the first place. Nobody hurts like family. Because what happened is no different than what Cain did to his brother, and then what Joseph's brothers did to his ass. They sold his ass into slavery, so-called slavery. So the shit repeats. You kill my brother. You kill my brother. You kill my brother. And I only do it because I ain't got the motherfucking technology. But you motherfucking kill me when y'all say shit 3 times, and then on that 3rd time, y'all slow shit down. So for the most part, I'm making fun of you ignorant bastards that do that shit. Right? Guess what? I heard your motherfucking ass the first time. Right? I ain't that goddamn stupid. All right? I don't know. Maybe y'all actually really doing it for yourself. For whatever reason. Why y'all really doing it? Right? This is why the fuck y'all doing it. But let's just say for shits and giggles, and I'm gonna get out of here. But let's just say for shits and giggles, that out of the 12 planets that are out there, and every one of them, so let's just look at it like this, right? Every planet, let's just say that every planet represents a tribe of Israel. Just like every month or every zodiac sign out there actually really represents a tribe of Israel. And if you had to really stop and think about what all of the 12 tribes did back then, when they was leading out, because Yahweh led them out of the land of Egypt. right? And just because those bastards, they got too grown for their britches, y'all always say, oh, y'all some ignorant bastards. So let me get rid of some of y'all first before I actually really carry the rest of y'all over, right? But in either case, right, they all was together and they all still followed that one common call because they already knew that Yahweh was going to take care of them to actually ready to get over to the promised land. So let's just look at it like this. Regardless of the day that it is happening, whether it's happening now or whenever the exact time that is actually really supposed to happen, right? If all of the goddamn planets can get together and form a straight line, then what the fuck is wrong with us? Because you gotta look at it like this. Yahweh created all of this shit. Well, I don't want to call it shit, but y'all get where I'm going with this. Yahweh created all of it. So put it like this. If the power of Yahweh got enough where that he can bring all of the planets together in a straight line, right? And doing that straight line, however I actually really feel about you, well, however you actually really feel about me, let's put it, let's squash this shit. Let's squash this shit. Let us all come together. Let us all come together for the, you know, for a common cause. Let's get these ignorant bastards out of office. And that's Joe Biden. That's Joe Biden included. Get his ignorant ass out of there too. Because Joe Biden, he ain't for the motherfucking right thing. Y'all want to really sit up here and say that he is, but he ain't. I'm telling you that right now. Joe Biden is not for the right thing. And you know what? I'm not going to sit up here and say that Trump was. I'm not going to sit up here and Trump was, but I'm going to tell you this. Before the coronavirus came out, the economy was booming. Motherfuckers had money. Motherfuckers had money. Okay? So when you actually really look at it from that aspect, if the planets can get together, and the planets, they don't know. The planets can't sit up here and say, oh, there go Venus. Oh, there go Mars. Oh, there go Jupiter. They don't know what the fuck is going on, but guess what? We do. We do. So, you're whispering.
Oh, no, I'm talking to Kylan.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
But not the case, people.
Kylan,
okay, but
oh, interrupting your show?
They're hearing you.
Oh, sorry.
But here's the deal, people. Here's the deal. This may be the last time. Matter of fact, it ain't no maybe to it. This is the last time that we as a people can actually really all come together and actually really accomplish something. So let's actually really put aside our feelings, how we look toward, you know, our feelings, think how the fuck you think, right? Let's put that shit aside and be like, hey, dog, I got you. Motherfuck what you used to call me. This is look, we finna turn over a goddamn new leaf. Like really turn over a goddamn new leaf. So with all these motherfucking challenges that happens, that goes on, we had the bucket challenge, we had this, that, and the third. But just like I said, when it comes time for a real true challenge, when it comes time for a really true challenge, none of you ignorant bastards actually really want to do a really true challenge. So motherfuck your challenge. This is the ultimate challenge right now. If the planets can get together, what the fuck is wrong with us? And what's so bad about it, we ain't even have to wait for the planets to get together. We could have did this shit years ago. Too busy listening to the inbox, I guess. So with that being said, hey, look, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dad, tell Big Bertha, tell your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, across the street, around the corner, Paulus Harris, aka Medusa, to text next time, ignorant bastards, and no, I'm not gonna do a motherfucking New Year's show. And I'm out.